For us, it is very important. It's what I refer to as the alignment between our purpose, values, and everything we do. So our purpose is to be the best bank for customers, and that's reflected through our values, our behavioural statement, and then do we actually do what we said we would do. So that, to me, is the key.
Whilst I agree that every culture is different and you need to play to your strengths, I think there are some features of good cultures. We published some research at the weekend, actually, which you may have seen with the London Business School, looking at anxiety and how anxiety in managers who are competing to win, if they're anxious when they compete to win, they're much more likely to behave unethically than if they're excited when they compete to win. So if we tell people that we know what's wrong with an industry and we tell them that they'll be punished if they get it wrong, but we don't give them real clarity about what good looks like, then what we tend to do is make them anxious, which makes them feel like they're less in control of achieving good outcomes and makes them cheat to win.
As a member of staff, you have pride in the place that you work, and you respect the place that you work and its values and what it does, and that when you go outside, you're not ashamed to talk about where you come from. That would be evidence that you respect and understand the culture of the organisation. And it goes beyond that, the perception of a range of stakeholders, not least customers, having the same respect for not just the organisation with which they bank, but the industry as a whole. These are things that need to be obtained, and it will take some time. It's having the right values, the right leadership, the right management at all the layers down through the organisation and how they actually all operate, and an understanding, an alignment between what your organisation does and the customer, including on the wholesale side, the ultimate customer. I think these are the fundamental points.
I think the worst thing a bank can do is to assume that there's a cookie cutter image of what good culture is. The best thing you need to do is to connect with your tradition and be true to your tradition. So when we did this analysis of the banks which were doing the best were those which were basically following and being true to the tradition which they had. Essentially, they'd had the same business model and been repeating that and growing that business model over time.